to the Electric Chileland.
Whoa. The intro ran out before I got here. I think you're coming through now, Thomas. I think we can hear you on there.
I think so, a little bit. Got a little fixed up, and I think I got things where it's like a partial halo. And God, this still just creeps me out because I know most of our listening audience is made up of friends and family, and they all know that there's no voodoo, there's no halo around voodoo.
yes, there is. They're all looking at you, trying to save you.
And then for some reason now my feed on my phone just bumped out. Oh, this is too funny. But nonetheless, man, so it sounds like you guys had a nice, relaxing weekend.
Yep.
I'm happy to say that Rose and I, we did the same thing. My eldest son, T3, he lives locally. Out of her three sons, two of them are somewhat local. We've got, Will, which a lot of people here, know him from, New York City and some of the other shows. And, he lives over on the other side of Baltimore. One of his big brothers lives not even 15 miles north of here up in Frederick. So we had a really good time with them Christmas Day, and then New Year's. That was just pretty much chilled out. Went to go see the new Star Wars movie. I won't do any spoilers, but I enjoyed the movie. I understand why some of the really big fans of the whole Star Wars franchise might have been disappointed, but just go there to see the visual effects, to watch the story, watch the new stuff unfold. There's a new sheriff in town.
Right.
Disney owns this, and there's something new happening. Let's give it a little bit of time.
Right. They're going to put their spin on it, and you know what?
Episode 7, I think it sucked, but episode 8 was kind of fun in a lot of ways.
Okay, good. We went and seen For All the Money in the World about the.
Oh, how was that? I've not seen that one yet. Did you enjoy that?
It was 2 hours and 15 minutes long, and I thought, oh God, this is going to be terrible. And it felt like it was 20 minutes. It was really a good show. Really good show. Yeah, even if you know the story a little bit about what happened to the grandson, Paul Getty Jr., you still.
Oh, that's the family. Okay.
Yeah. The Getty Oil, they got taken out by I think Standard Oil. So it's all good.
Pretty much, yeah. Pretty sure that's who it was. So I'm gonna have to join this thing. My phone will not allow me to watch this. So this is going to be weird. I'm going to be doing Skype and Facebook all at the same time. Hopefully I don't break everything. Another movie I went to go see was The Darkest Hour. About that short little time, that year and a half, 2 years of, daggone it, the Prime Minister of the UK, England at the time.
Margaret Thatcher?
What's his name?
No.
No. Back during World War II.
Yeah. Churchill.
Why am I trying to blank?
Churchill?
Yes, Winston Churchill.
Yes.
Fun movie. Fun movie. Interesting. I think they did a good job of playing down a lot of his weaknesses.
Uh-huh.
I think they played up, not played up, but they did a good job of showing why he was the right man at the right time. And, man, the fact that was Gary Oldman, it took me the first 20 minutes of the movie to wrap my head around the fact that was Gary Oldman.
Yeah, something about I found out about All the Money in the World. They had that all set and ready in the can around Thanksgiving time, and that's when the big sex scandal came out with what's his name? The one guy, Kevin Spacey.
Oh, the real big one?
No, Kevin Spacey, and he played the part of the main character, the old man. So they had to retake the entire movie because they took him out of it.
And they did it in basically 1 month?
Yeah. Is that crazy?
Wow, that's impressive.
Yeah.
Impressive. Yeah, man.
Now,
Well, it looks like we got something normal going on here. We got Tom, guys, Kate, Shelley, Brad, Mikey, Uhas, hello. Mick. Thank you very much for helping me get my TV working once again.
Canoe Gator, Brad, Chelsea. I hope everybody's still on. I hope they didn't bail when we were having our problems.
Well, there we go. We just got a whole bunch of hearts and thumbs up floating across the screen.
Yes,
So,
yes. But I tell you,
thanks for sticking through another week of technical difficulties.
I hopefully by the next time we are on together, I will have a regular computer screen up here and a new computer, and that would be courtesy of Motor City Barbecue. He's coming over here with probably about a $2,000 setup for me to get things going so we can have a little bit better live show. And I got to tell you, Steve over at Motor City Barbecue is really helping me out a lot there. So, yes, Steve Candela.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
What
Yep.
a nice guy, man. What a
And
fantastic
he's also sponsored their barbecue show. Our barbecue page on tastetheheat.com. So if anybody out there wants to sponsor, we still have the hot sauce page, the salsa page, the all other things spicy page, and the celebrity sauces page. We're gonna get some try and get some advertising on there. So if anybody else wants to sponsor them pages, we'll get that up because we're gonna run things a little bit different. And Steve over there at Motor City Barbecue, he just set it all up for us, and he did a fantastic job. So, and he's got some great sauces. Oh man, have you tried this? Oh man, amazing.
I have. I've tried a few of them. Steve and I, unfortunately, we've still not met in person yet. Kind of like you and I for a couple of years there.
Right.
And what I like about the friendship, man, is like, when I say something that he just thinks is like a little bit, a little too randy, a little too off the wall. I mean, he's cool enough just to approach me, just like Christian dude to Christian dude, going, "Geez, Tom, did you really have to go there?" So it's like, it's just one of those things. Right off the bat,
Oh,
like,
wait a minute. He's
cool.
pulling your leg. He is pulling your leg.
No, he does, man. He does a good job when I got, like, I used to get really kind of confrontational, but I won't bring up the name, but it was somebody else that we have now become friends. As a couple in the hot sauce world. And Steve did a really cool job of going, hey, you guys are actually a lot alike. And again, I'm not going to mention the couple's name, but the husband out of this husband-wife team, at the end of the New York City Hot Sauce Expo, I mean, he and I sat out back behind the place there in New York City like we'd just been beer drinking buddies for the last 20 years. So, I mean, Steve, the point I was getting at, way too many words to say. Steve is a peacemaker. Not only does he make good sauces, but he walks the talk, man. He really believes in being a good Christian dude. He does believe in making peace, not war. And you know what? He goes out of his way to do that, and I respect him for that.
Well, what I meant is that he's pulling your leg. Is that he can joke with you just as much as the next guy.
Yeah.
He's got an amazing sense of humor.
That's the truth.
Now what you've got going on next week. You've got something big coming up.
Yeah, I can't go into too many details.
That's
but,
fine.
Me and a lady I affectionately refer to as Our Lady of Sales. We've got a meeting with a pretty big commercial buyer next Tuesday. So I just spent the afternoon doing a lot of last minute, getting a flight booked and hotel and rent a car and all that other good fun stuff. So I'm really hoping 2 weeks from today to possibly have some good news. It may take longer than 2 weeks for them to make a decision, but making a sales pitch of this magnitude's really exciting. I mean, we've been doing the hot sauce stores, the specialty gourmet shops. We've had some great support from Chili's up there in Canada.
Yeah, that's Blair's.
Some folks.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, Blair and them, and I mean, we've enjoyed a lot of fun support, but now it's kind of moving into a slightly a bigger non-specialty type audience, and I'm not going to say it's intimidating, but it's like, wow, this is not what I expected. I mean, I was telling a lot of my friends 3-4 years ago, you'll never see me selling hot sauce for a living. I've got a career job, family-run business. I'm having too much fun. I'm making good money. I'm never going to do this for a living, and here we are. Never say never.
Now, what did you do before hot sauce? I don't even know.
Oh, this is actually my third career.
Okay.
Career number prior, and I know it's hard to believe when you look at what I've let myself become the older I get. I know I've kind of got the whole biker. I don't know what's up, but I wear a lot of denim during the wintertime, by the way.
Well, I'm wearing a hoodie because I'm freezing my tail off down here.
You're down in the basement, man. It's like, my office is supposed to be in the basement, and trust me, Rose has been really pushing that ball hard here for the last year. But I'm actually up in the dining room right now because, dude, I'd be wearing like multiple layers down in the basement. It is cold down there. But
He was a Chip and Dale's dancer. A Chip and Dave's dancer?
Tommy.
That's the second card to the undercard to Chip and Dale's is Chip and Dave dancers. That's the opener. That's the opener in the parking lot. Yeah, like Chris Farley.
I got the dad bod, right?
And at the end of the night, I sweep the parking lot.
I'll get all the truck girls home. I load them into the Uber.
Yeah.
Oh, it's okay, honey. Thank you for looking at my brothers tonight. And I hope you did them well.
All right, let's get back to what you did. Come on.
Oh my God! So we never did answer that. So for the last 20 years, up until God, I went full time with this thing. Beginning of 2016. Oh my God! I've been 2 years full time doing this. 20 years prior to that, believe it or not, I was a money manager, stock analyst, portfolio manager.
Nice.
I managed rich people's money and made them a lot of money.
Awesome.
And prior to that, career number one, I was actually a software developer / software architect. And that was fun. It was a short-lived career. That was, I think, like about 9 or 10 years of doing that. So, I mean, do the math. I did one career for almost 10 years, another career for 20 years, and now I'm 2 years into making this career number 3. So, I'm not the young pup in the group here, man.
Well,
If memory serves, I think you're like a year or two older than me, so. Well.
what, you're like 43?
At least another decade on top of
Yeah, at least.
Oh my God, Enrique Monroy.
Enrique! I should if I would have known it was so damn cold down here, I would have had my Enrique hot sauce beanie on. It's out in the car in case we get into a snowdrift or something. I should have brought it in and wore it because I am just like freezing down here.
I'll bet. So yeah, to answer Tom Geist asked when did Voodoo Chili launch? Very much unofficially, just a little mom and pop, very local little thing. It was 2012 as part of the whole international chili society thing, the chili cook-off world. Actually, as a completely legit company, no, 1937. I wasn't even born in 1937. Not quite yet. Was getting close. But no, actually, the company launched in 2013.
2013. Terry Naley is on. I hope I'm saying that right. Naley. I see him on the feeds a lot, and he's does a lot of things, a bunch of the groups. So thank you for watching.
Cool.
Sasquatch is back on. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Welcome back, Martin. Hey, nice review, dude. I really appreciate you spending the time going through those, and 3 of them back to back to back. I'm sure Bacon X seemed relatively or thoroughly unimpressive, but appreciate you taking a half hour out of your day to give those sauces a review. That was very nice of you, dude.
Now, everybody always makes these New Year's resolutions about, I'm going to quit smoking. I'm not going to drink as much. I'm going to quit cheating on my wife or something like this. I don't know. I don't know.
You should have made that resolution when you said, I do.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
No, I would never do anything like that.
No, not you personally. I'm saying,
right.
Whoever makes a New Year's resolution, I'm going to quit cheating on my wife. Dude, you're already confused.
Yeah.
Forget about full-timing here.
Just give away half right now.
Shit together, yeah.
Excuse me.
Which, dude, yesterday was 4 weeks of non-smoking.
That's what I was heading into. I was going to ask you. Congratulations. Okay. That's awesome.
Yeah, man.
And is it getting better?
It's actually never really been hard.
Good. Because you wanted to do it.
No, I didn't. I didn't actually want to quit. That's been the frustrating thing. It's like I knew that I had to convince myself that it's really gross and all this other stuff. No, I got that really bad bronchitis from hell.
Right.
Here about a month ago. So I couldn't smoke for like 3 or 4 days. And, after I got through that, I did the antibiotics started kicking in, and it's like, I knew I could have a cigarette without dying from, choking really
Right,
hard. That's
right.
like, it's actually, this is kind of cool. And it's just turned into one thing. I had one night, I was hanging out at the bar with some buddies of mine, playing Golden Tee, drinking beer. And, yeah, that was, that night I really wanted to have a cigarette. But apart from that, I've got friends that smoke, and I see them, throughout the week. And it's I don't know what's going on. It's weird. I'm not in the mood to smoke. And
Good for you.
It's not been one of those one day at a time.
Right.
It's not been those things at all. So somebody, probably my mom. I blame it on my mom. I know she's been praying for me. So.
Well, good for you. I see we got Born to Hula in the house. Fantastic sauces. Thank you, Ed, for dropping in.
Yeah. Oh God, great people, great sauces.
Sorry, I had to throw my hoodie on. I'm freezing. I'm surprised you can't see my breath down here.
The good news is Ed's not on screen because he'd get bashful. But this poor guy, he is like the most understated out of all of us hot sauce makers. When you compliment him in person, he'll just shrug going, yeah, I get lucky sometimes. And at first I just thought, oh, that was cute. But now that I've gotten to know him over the last, 4, 5, 6 years, he's really like that. He has no ego. He just enjoys what he's doing. He does what he does really good.
He's the quiet one of the hot sauce world.
Oh, hell yeah. And the nice one.
Oh, absolutely.
That man, plenty of reason to get really pissed off at me.
I've seen...
I ran into his car. Seriously, I ran into his car one night up in New York City when we were all unloading, setting up for my first year up there. And, at the moment, he didn't like it very much. But the rest of the weekend, of course, I'm a policy guy. Good, dude, we got to get you insurance information. I'm so sorry. And he's like, dude, it's a car. It's in New York City. It's okay. And I'm like,
wow.
He's one of the very first people I met in the hot sauce industry. Him, Steve Seabury. That awesome couple up in Chicago, Kat and Jeremy.
Oh, yeah, Big Fats.
Big Fat.
Yeah.
Oh, my God, that whole circle of people are just some of the most genuine. These are all people that are attracted to, Cajun and his Fiery Foods Weekend. Just talk about, water seeks its own level. Just what a really cool group of people.
Yep. I, excuse me, I've met Ed a couple times, and talk about just so laid back. Such a great guy. I enjoy talking to him. I'm almost intimidated because he's so quiet. Because I at first I didn't know. Well, maybe he didn't want to talk to me, But it's.
That's the vibe I got at first too. Yeah.
But he's a great guy, and everybody keeps saying on here his Harvest Edition rules. It does, man. His Harvest Edition is fantastic, man. Oh, just amazing hot sauce.
That's one of those things that people said. It's like, yeah, you really can't make a really cool sauce out of pumpkins.
Wrong.
And the two cool guys that we're talking about right now, Jeremy from Big Fats and then Ed Buchholz, what? They took that idea and they turned something really cool out.
Yeah, I didn't try.
Harvest is amazing.
Yeah, I haven't tried Big Fats, but Born to Hula's Harvest Edition is just spot on, man. It's amazing hot sauce. Yep. Definitely, and it goes so good.
I just pointed out that was a brand new car that I bumped into that night.
Oh, okay. Well, hey, got to break it in.
But it was in New York City, so who takes a new car to New York City? I don't know.
I did.
I still to this day probably feel like a dork for doing that, but. Well, it was the first time I had a car that had that little backup camera.
Right.
And I was trusting the camera. So.
Right.
Yeah.
I got to give a shout out to Martin because he said he quit in April of last year of smoking. So good for you, buddy. That's awesome.
Good going.
But the whole segue I was trying to get into on this about getting healthy and everything is there was an article in the let's see, I think it was the New York Times. Yes, the New York Times. And it was the 5 hidden health benefits of spicy food. And if anybody wants to read it in depth, I'm just going to skim through it. It's on both the Electric Chileland page and the Taste of the Heat page. I look ridiculous with this hood up. I'm sorry.
I think you're used to seeing yourself with the headphones and your hat.
Yeah, I mean, just looked at it. I looked like looked like Yoda or something. But here's just a quick synopsis of the. Of course, I just lost it. Here it is. The quick synopsis of all the hidden benefits of spicy food. So I'm just going to go through them a little bit here. If it comes back up, number 1, and it's downloading. Oh, jeez.
Number 1 was weight loss.
Weight loss? And why is this happening? Oh, jeez. Oh, here they are. Weight loss. Number 1 is it burns calories. Probably because you go like, yeah, this is cool. I'm burning up. Maybe I should just drink some hot sauce right now. That'd be doing good. I'm going to switch over to this to see if I can bring it up because for some reason.
Now, the night you did the big ass, kick ass, hockey 10-chip challenge.
Oh, yes, that night.
Not including things exiting the body overnight and the next morning. How much weight did you lose over the course of, say, the next 72 hours?
Probably about 5 pounds. I'm serious. Probably about 5 pounds. Oh, my.
And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you that were logged on that night live, that was not a vomit warning. It was just him channeling his inner demons, doing some of that new death metal.
Yes. There wasn't any vomit at that time. Speaking of a challenge, Shelly sent me a shit the bed chocolate bar. It's 12 out of 10 hot. So,
Really?
yeah, you and I've got to get together and do that together. So, you can narrate the evening again.
Oh yeah, I like that. I'll narrate.
Yeah. I figured you would.
I like
All right.
Okay,
Heart health. Studies show that the current of the eating the most spicy foods lowers your LDL, bad cholesterol, so it's good for your heart. There you go.
Inflammation, which we know that is a painkiller, so that's very good.
Cancer prevention. I like that. You know.
Now, as far as prevention, that seems kind of weird to me, but I do know at least one story where cancer reversal, being really aggressive with tumors, Ed Curry, probably one of the more polarizing characters in the hot sauce world.
Right.
One of the things I know, he praises God publicly a lot. For anybody that's connected to him on social media, he thanks God every night.
Oh, every day, yeah.
But another thing that people don't see and don't hear about if you've not known him a long time, and we've got Ed Buckholz and some of the old guard here with us this evening, it was eating hot peppers that he really attributes to prayer and that God used hot peppers. He grows a lot of hot peppers, and I don't know, you and I were talking about this before the show, I don't know what the percentage is, but a really large percentage of what Ed grows there in South Carolina actually goes to that university, their oncology research. They're trying to figure out, it's not capsaicin, but there is something in a hot pepper that shrinks or destroys tumors. And I mean, Ed is just like a rabid fan of trying to figure out what that is. So
Really?
That's something that I think, that the hot sauce world, we've got some first-hand examples. He's the only one that coming to my mind, but he's not the only person I've heard kind of like testify that fact. But yeah, that turmeric, other things we don't understand. I mean, but a lot of people talk about big pharma. They don't want to research it because they can't create patents and stuff. But I think it's probably because chemically creating something is probably easier to understand if you can build it block by block. Starting from
well, you can patent it that way too.
Exactly, but it's also more simple to do it from the ground up rather than taking something that's so complex. And it's like right now we know that hot peppers do a lot of good things, but we can't figure out. Same thing. I'm not going pro pot here on the podcast tonight, but there is a lot of things that marijuana does help certain people with certain conditions with. but the medical community doesn't understand why, because there's so many other variables in there. So I think pharmacies, it's not so much, or the pharmacology world, I know the patents does control that a lot, but I don't think that's 100% what controls it. I mean, when you've got a million moving parts and you try to reduce it down to one versus trying to build from the ground up, and with the lower numbers stumble across that one thing.
Right.
I don't know, maybe it seems easier. I mean, my software engineering background, that's kind of the way I'm wired to think and look at the world. I mean, that's why I understand, I enjoy that side of technology more than I do biology, because biology, there's so many moving parts. It's so complex and confusing and frustrating, and I don't. You know what? I'm taking over your segment here. Cancer prevention, number 3. Number 4.
Well, that's all right. That's all right. That's all right. I just want to know if it works or not.
We've at least got Ed Curry and 2 other people, I'm drawing a blank on their name, that really swear to that. So,
well, the American Association of Cancer Research, capsaicin is the ability to kill some cancers and leukemia cells. One of the particular spice, turmeric, found in curry powder and some of the mustard seeds, help the spread of cancer growth, help slow the spread of cancer growth. There's a little bit more, like I said, if you want to go to the either one of the pages and check it out, you give a little bit more. Number 4, lower blood pressure. Vitamin A and C strengthen the heart muscles, muscle wall cells, or muscle walls. So lower blood pressure. And you know what? I do think that's true, because I think it probably opens up your pores a little, or your veins a little bit more when you get that little bit of heat in there running.
True. And something I've got to say, I mean, as you know, not getting too personal, but, during the last 10 years, I've had a lot of things going on in my life that have not been the most positive things, very stress-inducing. And every time, except for that one little period last year, going to the doctor, 120 over 80, 120 over 80, every time I get my blood pressure taken. And by the way, that whole scare with me going to the cardiologist last year,
Yeah.
something I don't know if I talked about on a prior podcast or live feed here, is I was eating some cacao nibs that morning, like an hour before I went to the cardiologist. And I was like 180 over 100 or something. And cacao nibs, man, that is just like pure, that's the seed of a chocolate that we get chocolate from.
Right.
Like pure, long-term caffeine that burns for hours and hours.
Right. So it probably spiked you a little bit.
I ate a lot of peppers, a lot of sauce, and I was like in the middle of my divorce, I was 120 over 80. So thank you, Peppers.
Yeah.
I interrupted you again.
No, that's fine. That's fine. You bring the positive side of what I have to say, because I don't have any experience on it, because I'm such a cool guy at all times. Yeah.
By the way, your wife's such a big fan of yours, dude. I love watching the 2 of you guys.
She's awesome. She puts up with so much crap from me. The last one that's on their list is fewer blow your top moments. And you know what?
I'm calling bullshit on that.
Yeah, maybe it's just my nature. I do not blow my top anymore. I just don't care about anything. If it's going to get me to the point of blowing my level, it's not worth it, and I walk away. I mean, I just go, it's just not worth it. I don't care.
I would so jump on board with you here, but there's too many people, because I drive, especially this time of year. I'm not on a bike all the time. I got to drive the Voodoo Chili vans around. So, I mean, people see me in traffic. So, yeah, the blow your top moments, I can't even comment on that, because there's going to be people here on the East Coast going, oh, no, I've seen that son of a bitch.
But wait.
Peppers are not helping.
If you weren't having the peppers, it might have turned into road rage.
Oh, yeah, then I'd be in prison, so.
So, spicy food, peppers, and capsaicin may keep you out of jail. Maybe we should add that as number 6.
Line item 6.
Yeah. How about anybody out there? What have you noticed about eating hot sauces or hot peppers that has changed your life for the better? Or what is your resolutions for the year of what you want to do? Go ahead and scroll them in there. We're just going to sit back and wait. No. Yeah, I mean,
man, I'm really close. You know what? I'm getting a lot of complaints that my audio is bad. I'm going to reset my microphone real.
I don't know. You seem to be pretty good to me.
Boom, boom.
Boom,
Yeah, maybe
boom.
I'm lowing the. Ooh, wow, I am louder now. So we'll see how that's in the mix there.
Okay.
Nonetheless.
Oh, Shelly, the best part is I met all of you. And you know what? And I got to tell you, I met Shelly last year and at the Inferno Fest. And you think she's sweet and a wonderful person on here. It doesn't even scratch the surface what a wonderful person she is. And it was so awesome meeting you.
Yep.
Oh, I see it there. Tell Tom to move close to the microphone. I didn't see that.
Yeah, I'm pretty damn close, by the way. I mean, this is a Carteret microphone, and I'm like right up on it.
Okay. Yeah. I might be able to turn it up a little bit.
Got the audio, got that killed. So anyhow, yes, Shelly actually had the opportunity to hang out with her and our late brother Mike. God rest his soul. Shelly, thank you for being so strong in the midst of this. And we're going on to year 2, so you stay strong with that girl. But Shelly's somewhat local to me, and I'm a little bit flustered that I've not gone out of my way to have some one-on-one time with you. So Shelly, let's change that up and make that part of 2018 this year, okay?
Yes, definitely. Okay, Chelsea just jumped on, and I don't mean to jump off. I totally agree. Get with her. Awesome. And usually she just brings up the whole room. She lights up the whole room when she comes in. I shouldn't say usually. I should say every time. Chelsea says, post chemo, I was sick. So I think that's, we know what that is. Most of the time, all the time. And she was sick all the time. Skip met Keith Jenkins, Frog Bone. And he found a gateway sauce of frog bones of the Bayou. Gradually went hotter and hotter. She likes fresh pods now occasionally, and I'm hardly ever sick now. Fantastic. Well, that goes back to number 3. Absolutely. That's awesome.
Yep, number 3, yep.
Tom, they made healthy foods taste good, and I got into really good shape. But they also make breakfast burritos taste good, and now, well, you know how that goes. What do you mean by that? Nobody could be in better shape than me.
That's several ways to read that. You know, and actually, it's funny that somebody brought that up. Will, when he and I first started hanging out, and he started doing the whole, selling hot sauce thing with me. He started dating this gal, and she got him into more like healthy eating, vegetarian. Then they went vegan. And he started, really ramping up his heat level. And oh my God, the amount of weight that he lost. And it was like a short period of months. I mean, it was really cool. And it wasn't just hot sauce. I mean,
Right.
It was the whole vegan thing. He was working out. But yeah, I mean, they all have additive type effects. I mean, you make one good decision, hopefully other good decisions follow behind that. So,
Right. Brad Bell, it helped me stop chewing tobaccos 2 years ago. That's awesome, man. Chewing tobacco, because we all know what that can lead to. So that's fantastic. Awesome. Cajun Canoe Gator Steve, I'm eating Mom's split pea soup with Harvest. Oh, I bet that's delicious. Absolutely.
Oh, yeah, man.
Resolution: start drinking later in the day. Maybe you just have to get up earlier, so it seems later.
I've got a son that would love that line of thinking.
Yeah. I'm definitely drinking later in the day. I got up 2 hours earlier.
Maybe I should swap that around because, back when I was smoking, I wouldn't have my first cigarette if I wasn't on the road. My first cigarette of the day would be somewhere between, I don't know, like lunchtime and 4 o'clock. And usually my first drink of the day is somewhere between 3 and 6 p.m. Yeah, maybe I should have switched that up, but no, it's good. Drinking in the day, it's great on vacation. It's probably not a good day-to-day lifestyle. So.
Well, at one time, I thought about starting to smoke, but I didn't want to be one of them person that, couldn't handle it. So I was going to get the patches.
Right.
And start on the little one and move up to the big one so I could just smoke a pack a day.
So that's the one thing. I am not in the mood to give up nicotine. I mean, smoking is really gross, but nicotine, that stuff's like brain candy.
Right.
Yeah, it really is. So it's like, well, this is the first time in 3 days I'm not going to put it out on my tongue for everybody to see, but I've got a little. Oh, I guess I left it in the
Oh,
kitchen.
come
I've
on,
got
come on,
nicotine-
do it,
little ni-
do it, do it.
Oh,
I dare you, do it, do it. Ah, there it is.
Awesome. Keep it down.
You can do it.
It's like the first one I've had in like 3 days, and it's nice. I mean, it's just like, I mean, the creative mind just feeds off of nicotine. But anyhow,
Yeah.
so man, it sucks. I mean, you're seeing all the feed. I'm watching the live feed here, but I'm not getting anybody's comments anymore. It's like one technical difficulty after another.
Hit play.
Read the question.
Hit play.
I'm gonna close Facebook. I did hit play. I'm gonna close Facebook and just go back to listening to you. So.
All right, all right. Well, that's everybody. Shelly says she's overwhelmed right now, but you know what, Shelly, you really shouldn't be, because you reap what you sow. So. And to interrupt you, Shelly, the first 2 years after losing somebody that close, the first 2 years sucks. Plain and simple. I hate to be that blunt. I'm not trying to play a Dr. Phil, but the first 2 years just stinks. It's hard. You know, every holiday, every anniversary is like, ouch. Keep going, girl. You've been doing really, really, really good. Yep.
As a relatively new friend of yours in Mike's life, I'm very proud of you. You've been hanging in there great, and just keep it going. And,
Yep.
You know, Rose and I, we're right up the road. Don't be bashful. Reach out. Please.
Oh, that'd be awesome. Yeah, you guys should get together for dinner or something. That'd be awesome. Now I gotta say this, Guillermo.
Guillermo jumped in. Cool.
Yes, he did. Because it only took me like 6 weeks to be able to say his name. Don't know why. I don't know.
It was at least 6 weeks. At least. Bless America.
I know.
Get over here to the group thing.
I know one thing. When I post this on the Tasting the Heat YouTube page, I'm going to have to chop off probably about the first 10 minutes. Well, because of all the crackling, the popping, and yeah.
Hey, so we did the all audio thing here 2 weeks ago, I think, and I had a good time that night. So it's like there's a little bit of fuzziness in there. I think we discussed some of the food trends in 2018 that
Yes.
turned out to be true. I think
Yes.
the biggest one was the fermented foods, which the pepper world definitely jumped on lock, stock, and barrel.
Sorry, Chris.
I'm looking forward to moving forward this year. According to the guys at McCormick, you know, they make all the spices and stuff that a lot of us cook with. A bite of East Africa. They're claiming that a couple East African food traditions are going to really become a thing in 2018. One is Tanzanian barbecue, which I'm actually proud to say a family that was a really big part of my life back in the 80s and 90s, and that's kind of where my 3 sons came from. I hate to talk in terms of multiples here, but my first wife had family that were missionaries in Tanzania, and yeah, Tanzanian barbecue's off the frickin' chain. But the one I was going at was from Ethiopia, the Bear Spice Blend. And that's something I've not talked about a lot the last year or so since we released the Bloodline hot sauce from
Right.
Lion Dog.
Right.
But the secret blend of spices, that's it. It's the Bear Spice Blend from Ethiopia. And that's one of the things that the guys at McCormick's are claiming is going to be one of the really big spicy food trends of 2018. And nothing would make me happier. I mean, it's got paprika in there, which being, you know, half Hungarian, I mean, that's really the only bloodline out of the mutt that I am.
Wait a minute. And what's the sauce called?
Bloodline is the sauce. It's got the Bear spice.
No, I know. You said your bloodline. I was.
Oh!
I gotta be careful when I scream. When I yelled out Guillermo, I blew Chris Duncan's ears out. So I apologize for that.
You got a Shure SM58 there. I've got this nice little mic here that's like, you know, buffers all that stuff. Sworn that you should have a compressor on that, dude.
I do.
Peppers, allspice, coriander, cardamom, ginger, cinnamon, red peppers. It is such a fun spice blend, and it's something that I hope becomes more and more available because it is a fun spice blend to work with. It's not necessarily in and of itself, but
as soon as people start talking about that, right in their face, boom, baby.
Bear Bear.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, it's Bear Bear Spice Blend, and I'll do some blogging about that here later on this month. Once I get done with the end of year taxes and all my traveling
Right.
and stuff like that, because it is a fun, exciting spice blend, and really tickled that it's supposed to be a big thing in 2018, and we got this started in 2017. So
Right.
yeah.
Hey, is Tom Geist still on? Tom, if you're on, give me a hell yeah or something that you're still on, because I got a question for you. So I'm waiting to see if he on there. Hey Jim, Jim just jumped on. Thank you. How you doing?
Mr. Bell, hello, sir.
Yep. Did you see the aprons that Lita made for Tracy and I?
Oh, those were cool.
They were so cool. And if you look at Tracy's, it's covered in lace all over the place. It's so cool.
Lice?
Lace, not lice.
No, you said lice.
No, I didn't. I said lace.
No, I'm not that buzzed yet.
Oh,
Did you say lace?
no, I did. I said lace because I knew what I was talking about.
By the way, Mr. Geist is here, and it was lace. It was very lacy.
Very lacy.
Nice, from the Lady Lita. Yes.
Yeah, and it wasn't on mine. I gotta ask Tom something. Tom put he sent me he sent everybody, not just me, a monkey questionnaire. So I can't think what it was. A questionnaire about his hot sauces. And one thing he said on there was that he wanted to know what people would want to have him make next. And I was wondering, Tom, if you wanted to, if you don't want to, that's fine. What kind of ideas are you getting, or are you thinking of a new sauce? Because I kind of like to know if you got something in mind. Is that a fair question to ask?
I think that Mr. Geist, and by the way, while he's thinking of his answer, I'm a little butthurt. I wasn't part of that questionnaire.
Oh.
Maybe it was a professional courtesy, one sauceologist to another.
I think it's anybody who joined his email on his SoCal.com page. Hello, Cindy.
Oh, you know what? I may not jump into that. Hello, Miss Cindy. How you doing, girl?
Cindy, who was that model on your picture today? Wow, she was smoking.
Oh, speaking of models and silly stuff, who was it? No, never mind. I'm just gonna leave that one.
Yeah, maybe we better. If you are double guessing it, we probably should. It was for our paying customers, and you cheap bastard.
Oh, well, I think he may have bought something from me in the past. I've never bought anything from him, but I believe in the barter system, and I'm just going to stick by that, stand by that.
Well, I ordered a whole case from him.
Nice.
Yes, that's his guac sauce is one of my favorites, definitely.
Oh, it's a damn good one, and to be honest, when that came out, because it was like Tom and like two other people, it's like it happened really kind of quick. And what was really funny is at the same time I was working with a chef at a local Mexican restaurant trying to get my hot sauces into their restaurant. That never panned out, but I did get to work with the chef because he wanted to make sauces to sell to their customers. And the first thing he brought up was a avocado sauce. And I'm like, dude, no, I've got some guys that I know online that just started doing that, and you know what? I don't think it's going to work. It's going to turn weird colors, and it's going to get nasty, and you know what? I was wrong as wrong can be.
Yeah.
Because I've got a bottle that Tom sent me here. Oh, what, dude? Maybe a year ago, and I've not finished it off, and it's not gotten nasty yet either.
Wait a minute. Stop.
No, I didn't finish.
Stop.
I got 3 refrigerators.
Stop. You got a bottle of his sauce a year ago, and it's not finished yet?
Do you know how many sauces I have? Do you know how many sauces my wife has gracefully thrown away under my nose? I have a lot of my friends and acquaintances hot sauces, but no, I've got.
I'm
I've
just
got Tom's,
busting you. You know
what is
that.
it, three pack or a 4-pack, but yeah, I've got an open one and it's still good. I've gotten a couple of other not guac, but avocado sauces. Tom's, color and flavor wise, and I'm glad I've not brought up any other names. His has actually been holding up very, very nicely. But no, I thought that was just the nastiest idea in the world, and it's not. It actually, done right, it works.
Well, I can't really tell you if his turns colors because
So far,
it lasts about 6 hours and it's gone.
And that's the way it should be.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm embarrassed to tell people the stories. It's like, well, this particular sauce, I know lasts that many years, and people are like, dude, as mild as that is, why? And it's like, well, it's my mom, and she had it in the back of the fridge, and it still just sounds so goofy, so it just never worked. Great job on the hot sauce, dude.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry.
Mine doesn't last that long, yep.
Yeah. see where you started?
Good. If I can get fun stuff going instead of controversial stuff, I'm a happy guy.
Yeah, keep the. All I'm doing is keeping the spotlight off me, baby.
Well, I mean, you took one for the team really hard here, like about 6-8 weeks ago with that chip.
Oh, I took it real hard for several days.
I was going to say for days. It's like prison love, the gift that keeps on giving. So, for those of you thinking about quitting, the new year, I know we've passed, this stuff, money, Nicorette,
Nice.
lozenges, gum, whatever. Nicotine isn't horrible. Smoking, all that crap, especially American cigarettes, they suck. But nicotine, at least step yourself away. If you don't have the fortitude to go just cold turkey,
Hey, I'll
step it down. Get rid of the nasty crap.
I'm just going to say one thing about cigarettes, and then we'll call this show done because we're past an hour right now. A friend of mine used to import cigarettes from Europe and sell them here.
When I used to make a lot of money, me too. Well, I didn't sell them here, but yeah.
Right. Well, theirs didn't. You'd have to continually relight them because they'd burn out because they didn't have the chemicals in them like they have here to keep them lit.
No, the chemicals, but the fillers.
No, that's what I mean. Fillers.
I used to get like the John Hill cigarettes, the other ones. They were like anywhere from like 85 to 100% pure tobacco.
Right.
And like a cigar, they go out.
Yeah.
And with all of our fillers, I mean, the United States, they were the first ones that they went. I think you could go at one point. We were allowed to have like 65 or 70% fillers, non-tobacco products.
Right.
That means just like paper, crap that they would broom up off the floor.
Right.
At the tobacco company. I mean, we were just like inhaling all this carcinogenic crap into our lungs.
Right.
And yeah, but anyhow.
Well, congratulations to you, Cindy.
I don't know why I'm not a smoker, but thank God.
Cindy
Hey,
said
Cindy,
she quit.
Good on you, girl.
Yep.
I just saw that. Good on you, girl.
Yep.
Stick with it. It's a stinky, nasty, sucky ass habit. And I'm saying this very new. This has only been like the last 2-3 days I've been saying that. And I'm not going to be one of those jackasses that yells at other people at a bar. If you want to smoke, smoke. But get it out of your system one of these days.
Right.
We're all going to die, but I would much rather die in a motorcycle accident, crashing a plane at the side of a mountain with my dad. Not that I want my dad to die or anything, but, I mean, laying in a hospital, choking in my own lung gunk. What a horrible way to die.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow, man. Let's spend another minute or two to end this on a positive.
All right. Oh,
Yeah.
God, I love you. This is awesome.
In my defense, I have been drinking the Death of Cthulhu, a wonderfully beautiful Russian Imperial Stout. It's only about 30% alcohol by volume, and yeah, that's my excuse for the last little gross comment. So, anyhow, have a healthy life. Think about it. Spicy foods makes us healthier. Let's do more spicy food.
Yes.
And less destructive stuff.
Yep.
And thank you guys so much for supporting us, being the audience, sharing these things when we go live. And most importantly, I'm going to be putting up another sale. Shame on any of you that made any orders for 2 weeks ago and did not mention Tasting the Heat. I'm going to have a Tasting the Heat page going on for the rest of 2018 that's going to be going live on Friday. And a portion, I mean, like $1 of every bottle sold is going to Kendall and Tracy to get them on the road and get Tasting the Heat going. I benefit.
Thank you.
The only way I benefit out of this is watching my friend do good things and be out there just spending, spreading the gospel of just spicy fun.
Well,
I can't think of a better couple to
well, thank you.
than the two of you.
Well, the whole goal of what we're trying to do is you don't see anybody out there pushing the hot sauce community, the barbecue sauce community, whatever. And we're working to try and get this on a mainstream off of, I mean, not that we're going to leave Facebook, but Facebook isn't like Food Network or like the Cooking Channel or Discovery. Exactly.
Yeah.
That's our goal, so we can get this on here, because I know every time someone goes on the air someplace and says, hey, get this sauce, their sales go through the roof. And that's what we want to do to every one of our friends that we've met out there, is to get their sauces on the show, to go, look, this is the one to get, and watch it go through the roof. I want to see it. I want to put everybody in a position that they don't have enough sauces to sell. That would be my goal.
There we go. Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. And I want to help get you there. So, I mean, we do have some people that have been having a lot of fun doing this in the past. Things have kind of like settled down for them. Kendall and Tracy have a lot of energy, a lot of passion. So if,
And we're at the point in our life where we can take this on the road.
Watching us this evening and tomorrow, let's do what we can to try and raise some money. Get the Tasting the Heat, which I have nothing to do with. I do not benefit from this in any way. I need you guys and me and my friends and your friends. Let's get Kendall and Tracy out there on the road, and let's just get some coverage here. I mean, the guy's been on stage as a rock star. He's been out here hanging out with us at the different shows across the country, and let's just make this thing fun. And yeah, Jim, let's get, by the way, Jim and Lita Bell, they've been investing a lot of time and energy and risk, and now they're getting ready to dump the money into having a co-packer, taking some of the recipes.
That's awesome.
There's a lot of room for everybody and a rising tide. And I've been watching this stuff since the late 80s. And we keep going through all these different waves of interest. And this is the first time in the short 25 plus years that I've been watching it. And I wish John Hard would tune in, because I think he would lend a lot of, him or Chuck Evans both. I mean, they are the two, old wise men of this business. They've watched it go up and down, and America gets interested and America gets distracted. We're watching more traction than ever with spicy foods.
Right.
I mean, in fact, the whole sriracha passion, everything else. I mean, I think it's here to stay.
I do too.
Let's make it something cool, and let's find and I think we found a really cool voice in this guy here. I'm not pointing at myself. I'm pointing at this man here, not wearing the hoodie, with the headphones. Kendall Stadler, I think, would be a fantastic spokesman to get out there. I mean, somebody that looks good in front of a TV camera. I'm sorry for hitting my lip.
Well, I appreciate it. Everybody, Thomas, love you. Thank you. In 2 weeks, we'll be back. If anybody has any ideas of what you want to see on the show, drop it in the Electric Chileland right on the page, or in either one of us, our email, whatever. Just get it to us. Cassandra, thanks for dropping in. We're just about gone.
Watch the replay, girl.
Yeah, watch the replay, because I want to get Cassandra on the show also. Because and you know what? When I do the Women of Sauce, I want to get Cindy on there also. So guys, definitely want to get you in there.
We got a bunch of fun gals to be on there.
Yeah.
And by the way, we do this. The reason. Hold on. Can we take one more minute?
All right, fine.
Kendall and I started this thing. I mean, the conversation started right before New York City. Last April, so it's almost been over 9 months ago. It's just over. But the idea was that he and I would, every other Wednesday, host this thing. And the plan was to spawn off, and then 1 week it'd be me and somebody else. 2 weeks later, Kendall and somebody else. So the people that Kendall's talking to right now, the people I'm talking to right now, Tom Geist, anybody out there, Scotty, Susie O'Hadi, the rest of
Right.
the guys, let's start slipping in here. And, we can do you and Kendall, me and you, whomever. Let's get this thing rotating and start. I mean, it would be fun to make this a weekly show if we could, because you and I don't have the time to do this every Wednesday.
Right.
If we could trade and have some other people dive in. I mean, everybody's got a laptop with a little camera on it.
Right.
So let's
Right.
get this thing rolling. It's a lot of fun, and it's really about the spicy food. And as far as the company's concerned, Tasting the Heat, I mean, that is our sponsor. That's our host. That's what started this whole thing. And let's get some other companies in here, because I've been a voice. It's not been about voodoo chili sauces, but this is about Kendall Stadler, Tracy Stadler, Tasting the Heat, and let's just help make this whole spicy thing fun and get it out there.
Yeah. Oh, I see Vic just jumped on.
Vic Klenko?
Yeah, we
man, that guy hates me so much.
Our,
Talk about one of the quintessential cool guys in the
absolutely. But he doesn't love anybody but Mikey.
Who, Mikey V?
Yeah, he says he loves him some Mikey V.
Oh, I mean,
It's the only guy he loves.
Dude, I mean, any man in the spicy food industry, if they don't have a bromance with Mikey V, you need to check why you're here. Mikey V is.
Absolutely.
And Vic Klenko, they are the quintessential younger, cool guy. Although Mikey V is young, Vic, you're kind of like an old fart like us, but they are the quintessential cool guys.
Well, my sister-in-law, Tracy's sister, lives like 10 miles from Vic. So,
Oh, really?
yeah, so as soon as we go back down there again, we're going to go over to Vic's new museum and do it upright and get it on the air.
And this
Boom,
is
baby.
From Mexico, or no, he's still in Arizona.
Arizona, yeah.
Yeah, I know. I just saw that they moved the man cave. How in the hell they moved out?
I don't know.
but
I don't know. It's crazy. I got to see it.
They had. I'm sure Vic packed every bottle going. No. We're not trusting moving company. These
No.
bottles.
No,
that I just
no,
spent
no,
the
no,
last
no,
30
no.
freaking years.
Right. All right, we're done. We're been past an hour. This is unbelievable. Once again, I hope you guys enjoyed the show. Please share it to everybody. If anybody knows of hot sauce, barbecue sauce, salsa, or other things spicy, celebrity sauce that wants to advertise on the tastetheheat.com page, have them get a hold of me. We're going to set you up with a real nice deal and put you right at the top of the page. And until 2 weeks from now, Thomas, keep watching the Electric Chileland and share it with everybody. Love you all. Keep it spicy.
Love you long time.